How's everybody doing? This is my 1999 Audi A4. I have a bad heater core in this car. If you look at the pipes from the firewall, you'll see one is badly damaged, the other one is fine. I tried to repair it by putting something on the pipe first and then moving up the tube to the firewall, the hose, and what happened was it started leaking into the car instead of leaking out of the car into the bottom. So I started to diagnose it by I bypassed the heater core. I took a 1-inch PVC elbow and took the two hoses and clamped it to it and ran the car for about a half an hour, and it did not leak anywhere. So I'm either going to have to replace the heater core or put a 12-volt heater in the car and in the spring junk the car. So what did I decide to do? I decided to try to fix the car. This car seems to be a car that always needs repair. I have totally rebuilt the engine, took both heads off, did all the front timing, and I am not a mechanic. It took me a year to do it because I have another car to back it up with, and I just took my sweet time with it. So here's what I've done so far, and I apologize for not going through step by step on the front removal of the dash removal, but I figured it was easier to explain afterwards instead of putting you through the pain of me going through 10 hours of trying to figure everything out. What I've done so far is I started with the center console. I got this loose, the rear part of the console loose first. You lift this out, you take a bolt out of here, you go to the back and take two bolts out of there, you loosen it up, and you loosen the center console up with, that's pretty easy to do. You just remove the molding, a couple screws, and you remove it. Now, what else did I do? I took off the radio, the heater control, not problems with that. The cup holder, I took off the whole center dash. Where did I go next? I went to the glove box. The glove box I did second because there's a couple screws on the left side over here that need to come out that are hidden behind the trim. So in my opinion, on the 99 A4, do not take out the glove box first. Wait until you get the center out and then remove the glove box. So that came out, obviously. And then I took out the passenger side airbag, which wasn't too bad. I got underneath. I didn't know what bolts to remove, so I just started ripping out everything, all the bolts underneath, and it eventually did come out. In hindsight, you probably would look at it a little more carefully, but the thing is, I did not have to come off the top of the dash with the passenger airbag. I did not have to pop open the lid and lift off and take out bolts and lift it out. I took it out from the bottom. I then came over to the steering column and I took off the steering wheel. That was very easy. There's a couple videos on how to do it. There was just two screws on the back side, and I removed the airbag, and then I took a T55 wrench to the steering wheel and went in counterclockwise and took that off. After that, I took off the 4 bolts that hold the steering column to the upper portion of the dash and lowered the steering column down to the floor. The only thing that there was some hose that was connected to up in here, and I disconnect that so it wouldn't put any stress on it. After that, I just started removing bolts from the sides, both sides of the dash, and I started just taking bolts off the center And that was it. Basically, the center dash, I mean the top dash came off with no problems. And you don't have to remove the ductwork underneath the dash. That can stay there. It's all part of the dash. So don't try taking those plastic ducts out. The only thing that was attached other than that was to this part right here, where the heater, right by the heater core itself. And you'll notice in my car, it is full of liquid. It's wet, which tells me the heater core was leaking inside the car. And the white smoke that came through the vents also was a good indication of leaking heater core in the car. So that's where I'm at now. This is part one. This took me a couple evenings to do. I would have to say, if I knew what I was doing, it would take me about three hours at the most so far. The instructions in the book, I got two books. I got the Haynes manual and I got the Bentley, and both have been kind of off on certain things. But the next step, I'm guessing, is to take this portion of the car off the center so that I can get to it. I'm told that I have to remove the air conditioning lines, and I'm guessing that this whole contraption here needs to come out. And that's where I'm at now, and this is part one. Any questions, just shoot me an email, and that'll do it for now. Wish me luck.